Thanks for your company this morning. Now, Joy News has intercepted an investigative report that alleges that the former executive director of the Ghana Standards Authority, Dr. George Quentel, received a $1.2 million kickback from a contractor. Lemet Construction Company is said to have worked on the over 15 million CD new block of the Standards Authority Training School. The contractor did not state why he gave out the money, but the report indicates Dr. Quentel admitted receiving the cash. Joy News' investigative journalist Tatale has the rest of the story.
According to the report submitted by the Board of Directors of the Ghana Standards Authority to the then Trade Minister, Dr. Ekospio Gabra, the Executive Director, Dr. George Quentel, took $1 million from the contractor working on the Ghana Standard Authority Training School on one occasion. On another occasion, he took $200,000. The report reads, and I quote, "The executive director admitted taking money from the contractor but refused to state how much, stating it was a sensitive matter," unquote. On July 2012, the Ghana Standards Authority awarded the 15.2 million cedi contract to Lemet Construction Company to build a new training school and hostel facility for the Ghana Standards Authority in Accra. Sources at the authority say the contractor, Johnson Tay, failed to meet the deadline for the completion of the project. Trade Minister at the time, Dr. Spio Gabra, ordered an investigation into the contract based on an anonymous letter from a management member of the authority. Dr. Gabra would not go on record but tells Joy News,
"After I received the first anonymous letter, I called the executive director of the Ghana Standards Authority and quizzed him on the complaint. But when I received the second letter, I directed the authority to investigate the matter. I, however, wasn't able to take action because the report was submitted when I was leaving office."
The then board chairman of the authority, Amadou Sorogo, also would not go on record but agreed to be quoted as saying,
"A committee was set up at the instance of an authority. We finished our work as the chairman, we read it, we confronted people we needed to confront, and we sent it with a covering letter to the appropriate authorities with recommendations."
When Joy News contacted the former executive director of the Standards Authority, he declined comment. The report revealed that the contractor provided materials and personnel to complete a 3-bedroom story building for Dr. Quentel at East Legon, a suburb of Accra. The former executive director, however, denied the claim. He also denied he owns a hospital at East Legon, as revealed in the investigations. Reporting for Joy News, Tatale, Accra.
We'll bring you details of the story. We are hoping to get a response from Shrash. When we do, we'll bring you the updates on that. Away from this particular story, 6 people have died during gunfire exchanges between a group of robbers and residents of Tatale in the northern region yesterday. The police have since mounted a manhunt for the suspected robbers. The incident forced residents of the town to run indoors earlier than usual. Let's get onto the phone and speak to the paramount chief of the area, Obo Yankoso Gariba II. Now, he's been in the company of police who are searching on a manhunt for suspects. Hello, sir. Good morning. Thank you for your time.
Good morning.
All right, can you recount to us how yesterday's incident occurred, exactly how it occurred?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me, Obo Yankoso Gariba II?
I can hear you, madam.
All right, I'm asking you to recount yesterday's incident to us.
Okay, incident started around between 4 and 4:30 at Tatale Township. And already were about 80. As soon as they came, they went straight to them, those who are dealing with FIFA. They went and attacked them and took them their money. After them, they started moving to stores. They went about 3 or 4 stores, and they were shooting guns here and there. One is shot, around Tatale. So when I was at my palace about 4:25, some medics came and then informed me that's Tracy. But then they have informed the police already. I went to the police to consult them, but however they did well. They also help us. They went there. As I'm talking to you, the fighting is still going on.
The fighting is ongoing as we speak.
Yes, going on at the village. My men are right there to assist our brothers concomers. They killed 3 concomers, and my people also killed 3 of them.
Okay.
Now,
Obo, just to understand, was this a criminal activity? Because we hear that they were robbers, or it's a fight between 2?
Oh, they were actually robbers.
Okay.
And they were robbers.
And so it's not an ethnic conflict?
Oh, not at all.
Okay. Now, we understand 6 people have been killed. Do we know who these individuals are?
Yeah, they have killed our people 3.
When
And
you say
also,
your people, who are they?
2 concomers have been killed.
Okay.
And 2 others also have been killed. Making suits.
We hear the police is on a search for the suspects, and you were with them this morning. Are you still with them?
No, I was with DC. DC came and confirmed it to me this morning.
Okay.
It started at his village, not the 2. Where the DC is starting from.
Have there been any arrests so far? Have you heard?
No, at all. No arrest at all, madam.
All right, so you are paramount chief of the area. Just briefly explain to us what the security situation is like in Tatale in terms of personnel and police posts.
We don't have personnel. We have about only 6 policemen here. They are not sufficient. Even as I'm talking now, the commander is not here. He has traveled to Accra.
And so what is the police in the area telling you about how they hope to deal with the situation? Because, like you mentioned, the fight is still going on, and it started at 4 p.m. yesterday. That's a long time.
You see, this morning I called Commander at Shamsu. He told me he will be coming. Since then, he has not yet supported me.
All right, and so let's talk about your people, the residents of the area. What is the reaction? Are children going to school? What's the situation in the area now?
In our area, I can't think they'll go to school. And at all, they are not living in this town. Some of the children fail to clean up because what happened yesterday.
Okay.
Today is also a market day. There are no. When you see market, there is no boring.
Aboyankoso, briefly, how was the attack carried out? Was it in a specific area or they went throughout the whole town?
You see, one day while going, the town people chased them.
Okay.
Because some there was a market day. And then our people went to the market. They were afraid that if they don't follow them, they'll go and attack them. And they told them to rescue them. One day, they also started shooting the army robbers. And the people, they called the people of that place, and they all assist them. And through that, they killed Kokoma 3, and then we also killed 3 of them. So
where are you as you speak to us now?
To me, Tatale town.
Where exactly in the town are you?
Yes, I'm now in my palace with my people.
Okay. Is this the first time something like this is happening in the area of which you are paramount chief?
This is the second time when they killed my Songo chief wife about 8 months ago.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time this morning. Obo Yankoso Gariba II is the Tatale Paramount Chief, recounting to us that incident that he says started at about 4:30 p.m. yesterday, where some robbers are said to have engaged in a gunfire with residents, killing 6 people in the process. The police have agreed to speak to us later to get some information on this matter. Let's still stay in the northern region, but away from violence. Some senior high schools in the 3 northern region are expected to resume school today, Monday, 22nd May 2017. Over 106 million Ghana cedi was released by the government as feeding grants for beneficiary schools about 2 weeks ago. But some of the schools are yet to receive their payments to clear debts owed their suppliers. The schools, which were originally expected to reopen on 14th May, were forced to postpone their reopening date to today, Monday, 22nd May 2017, with the hope that the checks issued by government would have been processed with the extra 1-week window. The Northern Regional Director of the Ghana Education Service, Alhaji Mohammed Haruna Cambodia, spoke to journalists in an interview.
There are about a total of 72 senior high schools in the 3 regions from the north, namely Upper East, Upper West, and Northern region, that are benefiting from the feeding grant scheme initiated by government. Over the years, the scheme has faced challenges as senior high schools have been saddled with debts. Government over a week ago released an amount of over 106 million Ghana cedis to the schools to clear debts owed supplies to enable them to resume academic work. The Northern Regional Director of Education, Alhaji Mohammed Haruna Cambodia, assured funds have been released by government and are being processed for the schools to reopen on Monday, 22nd May 2017.
The checks will be given to the individual school heads by Scholarship Secretariat, and they will then pay into their individual school accounts. And it's only when the payment is done to the banks that will take maybe about 3 days to clear. And then the heads can now access the money in order to pay the suppliers. So I've said that we are going into next week, which is Monday, and if you take about 3 to 4 days to clear and they are able to pay the suppliers, they will need to order new food stuff to stock the stores before they open the schools. And therefore, I feel that exactly will be by 22nd. They should have been ready, they should have bought all food stuff and ingredients and everything and be ready to reopen schools.
Alhaji Haruna also lauded governments for clearing all arrears owed the beneficiary schools.
This is the first time 2 full terms feeding grants have been paid to the 3 northern regions. Not half, full for 2 terms. We used to get half of a term and then we battle for the rest at the end of the term. But with this particular payment, 2 full terms have been paid fully, 100%. And so this is highly commendable. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the government for what they have started with. And it's a very big relief to all of us as regional directors in the 3 northern regions. It's a big relief to parents of students in the senior high schools, especially the boarding schools. It is a big relief to the whole of the North. And then we hope the government will continue with this good gesture.
Well, so that was the Northern Regional Director of the GES, Alhaji Mohammed Haruna Cambodia, giving some assurance that they've received the monies they're supposed to pay suppliers for these northern schools. But we are picking information that the schools are unable to reopen today. Let's get onto the phone lines and speak to our Northern Regional correspondent, Mohammed Hashmin, to give us some updates on this particular situation. Hello, Hashmin.
Hello, Ben.
Yes, good morning. So which schools are beneficiaries in the region and what is happening there currently?
Well, beneficiary schools are schools that are owned by government. And a while ago, I spoke to the PRO of the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools in the region, and he tells me that they have told the students to report to school by 5 p.m. today. And they are also expected to hold a meeting later on this afternoon. to discuss issues regarding the school feeding program. But what he confidently told me was that the school children are expected to report to school at 5 p.m. today. And they have, so far, according to him, so far, there hasn't been any reported incident of any school unable to access the money on their accounts. And once there hasn't been any complaint, then that means that the money has hit their accounts, and it is on the basis of that they want the students to report to school by 5 p.m. today.
All right, so Hashmin, you're confirming that the schools, or some of the schools you've contacted in the northern region, have received the money for their feeding grants, and the students will reopen today later at 5.
Exactly, that is what the PRO of the Conference of Health of Assistance.
All right, thank you very much, Hashmin, coming to us from the northern region. Now let's cross over to the Upper West region and speak to our correspondent Rafiq Salam to find out what the situation is in Wa and other areas. Hello, Rafiq.
Hello.
How different is the situation in your region?
The situation in the Upper West region is not different. In the Upper West region here, we have as many as 28 public senior high schools are here. And then I can confidently tell you that majority of the schools today are expected to reopen. And the school in Wa Senior High School, I'm told they are supposed to report this evening, and then for classes to start during the course of the week. So the information in Wa or in the Upper West region is same, and then it hasn't changed.
All right, thank you very much. Rafiq Salam coming to us from Wa. He tells us the situation is no different from what is in the northern region. But will it be different or the same in the Upper East region? Albert Sore joins us on the line with some updates. Hello, Albert. Okay, we seem to have a challenge with Albert's line there, but we'll speak to him briefly and also speak to the regional directorate to pick some answers as well. You're speaking, we'll be speaking to more of them. You're watching Joe News Desk with me, Benis Abu Baidu. We'll take a quick break now. When we come back, we'll be talking about fistula and all you need to know about it. Please stay with us.